Hello everyone, this is InsaneJ, and today I'm going to talk to you about optimizing your PC and Minecraft. Doing this because I'm getting a lot of questions from people asking me how to make Minecraft run a little better, and there is no short answer to it except for buying a really fast PC. Of course, that's not a solution many people can live with, so I'm going to show you a few tips to help make things run more smoothly. As you can see, this is my desktop. I'm running Windows 7, so I'm going to explain things, and I will assume you have Windows 7 as well. A lot of things I'm going to show you will also work on Windows XP and Windows 8, but things may be a little bit different there. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is make sure that Windows isn't running any programs that we don't really need. When playing Minecraft, we want the computer to be busy running Minecraft and not other programs. So the first thing we're going to do is click the start button. Yes, start button, Windows 8, and run the command msconfig. It's like this, msconfig, and then just press enter, and the system configuration screen will pop up. Then we're going to the services tab, and you'll see a list of programs that are being loaded. They're checked, and I already unchecked one a while ago. Now what you want to do is check this option, hide all Microsoft services. This is very important because you should probably just leave those running. Now what's left is a list of programs that are installed after you install Windows on your computer. And basically nothing in this list is needed to run your PC. It's all optional. So if you want, you can just click disable all. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want the best performance, then click disable all. Now let's take a look at this list. There are a few things here, like the Adobe Flash Player update service. You should really let this run because Adobe Flash needs updating frequently. The creative stuff you can just disable. I don't need this stuff to run my sound card. This is to create VPN connections. I use this. The Intel Rapid Storage technology isn't needed. Maintenance service from Mozilla, same thing. I use it sometimes, so I'll leave it running. NVIDIA, you can disable it. Don't have to, but you can. OpenVPN, it's the same as this VPN. Skype Updater, it's another update service. I leave them running. Steam Client, also leave it running. Adobe Switchboard, hell no, out. Then click apply, that's one tab. Then the next tab is startup, and this is the same. These aren't services like on the other one. The services run in the background. The startup programs run in the foreground, and you can see most of them in the lower right corner of your screen, those little icons filling up your system tray. Those are the programs you see here. Again, an updater for Adobe, I'll leave it running. Steam, I'll leave it running. SteelSeries, this is something for my mouse, which I leave running because I have several settings in it. Google Update, leave it running. Skype, I think it's I hate Skype, but I use it, so I leave it running so that when my PC starts, Skype also starts. Then this one, that's related to that Intel thing. You can just safely disable it. A CT disable it. Microsoft Office, gone. Here some cryptic something from Adobe, gone. Service Manager, gone. AMD Dual Core Optimizer. I don't have an AMD Dual Core system, so gone. Java Platform Auto Updater, very important. You must keep Java up to date, so I will leave this running. Dropbox is one of the things I use frequently, so I'll leave it running. Magic Disk can be disabled. And then when you're all done, you can click the apply button and then OK, and it will ask you if you want to restart. Now I'm not going to restart now, but if you're doing this, then yes, you want to restart. Okay, after you're done with this, the next thing we're going to do is make sure we are running the latest version of Java. And the easiest way to do this, open up your browser and go to java.com/download, and you will get this screen. Currently we are at version 7 update 21. This is Dutch, I hope you can understand it. Just hit the download button, agree, and I will store it on my desktop for now. So I'll click save and then run the installer. I'll close my browser for a second, so it's just Java in the foreground. Install. It will download Java. It's a bit slow today. Just give it some time. It should finish. And the reason you want to update Java is because there are a lot of security issues being found in it recently, and each one worse than the one before, so make sure it is up to date. Okay, very important, do not install the Ask toolbar. Do yourself a favor, do not install this, so uncheck the option before proceeding. Now, I'm getting this message, the software has already been installed on your computer, would you like to reinstall it? For the purpose of this tutorial I will click yes. And it's first going to uninstall it, and then it will install Java again. So you should get this screen as well, and if all goes well you will see this screen, you have successfully installed Java. So that is step 2. First one, optimize your PC. Second, get the latest version of Java. Now all that is left is to optimize Minecraft itself. No, I don't want this. And to do this I'm going to use Optifine. So I'll just Google Optifine. You'll get a link. I will put the link in the description below. And we're going to do the recommended way of launching Optifine. Now there are several versions of Optifine, and the one you want depends on how fast your PC is. If you want the best possible performance, then what you want is Optifine Lite. Just ignore the B and the C and whatever, those are version numbers I think. The Lite one is if you want the best frame rate. The standard one is if you have a pretty decent PC but just want some regular performance increase while still getting a little bit of extra eye candy. And the Ultra version is for people with fast PCs. I will go into the Ultra version myself, but for this tutorial I'm going to download the Lite version, because I'm assuming you're watching this tutorial because you want to make Minecraft run as fast as possible. So I'm going to click the download link, open it in a new tab. Have to watch through some ads which will help support the author of the mod. Then I'm going to download Optifine, and I'm going to say save link as, sorry this is Dutch, save link as, and then I'm going to install this, or rather, sorry, I'm going to download this in my Minecraft folder. Here you see C Games Minecraft, and I will make a new folder here which I will call mods. Now I will call it plugins, sorry, plugins. I'm going to save it here, and the reason for this will become clear in a moment. Close this tab and then go back to the top, and it says get the magic launcher for easy mod installation, and that is what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to click the magic launcher, which will take me to another website, and then there is a download link below. Now be careful, it says download Magic Launcher 1 and then it says default memory limit 512 M for megabyte. In my opinion this is not enough, so I'm going to change this later and I will show you how to change it and what you should change it into. But for now just download it. I'm downloading it for Windows. So here we go, another ad fly. Have to wait 5 seconds, then skip the ad in the top right, or click it if you're really interested, and then download the Magic Launcher. And this I will put in my Minecraft folder. So you see the Minecraft plugins folder, you see minecraft.exe, mclauncher.exe, and I'm going to put the Magic Launcher in the same directory. Okay, now that is done. Click the ads. I'm going to show you how much memory you should give to run Minecraft. And before you can make that decision, you need to know how much memory your PC actually has. So I'm going to click the start button and then I'm going to computer, right click it, and then I will select properties. So start button, computer, right click computer and select properties. And then you will get this screen. Here it says installed memory ROM 24 gigabytes, system type 64-bit operating system. Now these two numbers are important. 24 gigabytes means I have more than enough ROM to run Minecraft, so this doesn't apply to me. But if you have 2 gigabytes or less, then you should be careful how much RAM you give to Minecraft, because if you give too much it will crash Minecraft. So what you need to figure out is, if you have 2 gigabytes of RAM, then I would recommend giving 1 gigabyte to Minecraft. If you have more than 2 gigabytes of RAM, then I would suggest giving 2 gigabytes to Minecraft. Giving more to Minecraft will not make it go any faster. It simply doesn't use it. So I could allocate maybe 20 gigabytes to Minecraft. It will not make it run any faster. So if you have 2 gigabytes of RAM or less, then only give it 1. If you have 2 gigabytes or more, if you have more than 2 gigabytes, then give it 2. Okay, so I'm going back to my Minecraft folder. Here you see C Games Minecraft and you see the Magic Launcher. Now I'm going to start this program. It will give me a warning. Unless you want this warning every time, uncheck the always ask before opening this file dialog thing and select run. Okay, here you see the screen and I'm going to click setup. And here you already see Optifine. I'm going to remove this one. When you run this for the first time, it will be empty. So you see a tab called Mods and a tab Advanced. And in the Mods tab you can select Add. Now here you see my download folder. Just ignore this. I'm going to C Games Minecraft Plugins. And here you see the Optifine version we just downloaded. So click it and select Open. And here you will see Optifine selected. So that is 1. The next thing we're going to do is change the memory. Here you see I've already set it to 2048 megabytes. By default it is set to 512 megabytes. That's no good. So either set it to 1024 if you only have 2 gigabytes of memory, or set it to 2048 if you have more than 2 gigabytes of memory. And that is basically it. Then select OK, and then we are ready to launch Minecraft. Minecraft has launched, and as you can see I'm in the main menu, and what we're going to do now is tweak Minecraft for maximum performance. So I'm going to click the options button and then go to video settings on the left, and here are a few things that need changing. First thing I'm going to do is graphics, set them to fast. Smooth lightning off. 3D anaglyph off. GUI scaling auto. Particles minimal. Full screen you should turn on. So Minecraft will launch in full screen mode. Render distance. This does a lot for performance. So if you have a very slow PC, you may want to set it to tiny. Mostly you will want to use normal. Performance you can set to max FPS. View bobbing, this is a personal preference. Advanced OpenGL. It depends on your PC, but if you set it to off, you will get on slow computers you will get the best frame rate. Clouds you can turn off. Server textures you can turn on or off if you want. Use VSync on. I recommend running the game using VSync. If the game is running slowly, you can set it to off. And that's it. This is the way to get the maximum performance out of Minecraft using the light version of Optifine. If you use another version like the normal or the ultra version, you get more options like multi-core chunk loading and more graphic settings to improve quality. But for maximum frame rate, this is what you want. Now let's start a single player world. Why don't do a new one? I'll call it Optifine Light. Here we go. Okay, if I press F3, you will see that it is currently capped at 30 frames per second, and that is because I'm recording using Fraps, and when I record using Fraps I always make sure that it caps the frame rate at 30 frames per second. So right now I can't show you how many frames per second I'm actually getting without changing the settings for my recording, but you should be getting more frame rates than you did before, and this is how it looks on regular Minecraft with there's a village nearby. That's cool. That's awesome. This is how Minecraft will look tweaked towards performance. I think it looks okay. You have a decent view distance if you set it to normal and manage to get a good frame rate. Going up to the hill so we can see some items. Now you will notice that animations are still running. The animations of the water. If you have a really slow PC, then you can even turn these off if you use the normal or the ultra version of Optifine, but then you will have to do some more tweaking by hand. Now you can see here I can still see the landscape in the distance quite far. I'm going to change the view distance to tiny just to give you an idea what it looks like. So first I will do short, and as you can see the fog starts right here, so I can't see very far, but this will do a lot for your frame rate if your computer is struggling to keep things running smoothly. So you may consider setting the view distance to short or even to tiny. If your PC is really slow, set it to tiny, at least you can play. It's all very foggy, and you can disable the fog if you want. Things will look a bit, well, strange. The world just ends, so to say, but at least it doesn't look like you're running in fog all the time. So it might be something to consider. This is the light version, which is geared toward slow PCs. Next I will show you guys the Ultra version. So I've just downloaded the Ultra version of Optifine. I'm going into the Magic Launcher, and you can still see the Optifine 1.5.1 Lite. So I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to add the HD Ultra version instead. So it's important that you do not run two at the same time. It will not make it run better. In fact, it will probably just crash your system. So make sure you're only running one version of Optifine at a time, and feel free to experiment. If your PC can handle the light version, then maybe it can even handle normal or ultra. So I'm going to launch the ultra version now. Okay, I am back in the game, and now I want to show you guys how to configure Minecraft using the Ultra Optifine version. You can just set everything to maximum, but it doesn't do all too much, so I'm just going to go through the settings and show you what I've got it set to. So let's just start at the beginning. Graphics set to fancy, smooth lighting to maximum, smooth lighting level 100%. I always set the brightness to bright, especially when recording videos. It tends to get a bit darker, so I set this to bright. Fog I will set to fancy. Server textures on, details, animations, quality and performance I'll do in just a moment. Render distance, I usually set this to far plus 128. You can set it to extreme if you want, but on my PC, even on my PC, it takes a little while to render all the chunks. So I prefer using this distance. It's still quite a bit farther than the default viewing distance, but it looks you don't get all the trees and the items that are far away popping in all the time, so I prefer this one. If your PC is really fast, just set it to extreme. Just experiment, see what you like. Performance, I usually set it to VSync, because I really don't need more than 60 frames per second, and usually I can get 60 frames per second, so max FPS doesn't make sense for me. View bobbing, I always set this to off. I'm an Unreal Tournament player, and I've always played without bobbing. Advanced OpenGL to fancy. Chunk loading, now this is one of the most important settings Optifine provides. I set it to multi-core. Minecraft is a Java program, and Minecraft itself has been written so it can only work on one CPU core at a time. Fast PCs have more than one CPU core, and Optifine lets you use them with this setting. It will make the chunk loading go faster by using more than one CPU core. So if you have a fast PC, set it to multi-core. Now let's go into the details. Basically you can set these to whichever you prefer. I will set them to fancy or on. Fancy, cloud height, tooltips on. And then the animations all on. Then let's go to quality. Here you can do some nice things with Minecraft. The map level, I usually turn this to 2, because doing more really doesn't make much sense for Minecraft, but okay, I'll just set it to max just to show what it looks like. Anisotropic filtering, this is for the textures. I usually set this to 4. Clear water on, better grass, fancy. Connected textures, fancy. Here you can see the short description. Map type, linear. Anti-aliasing. You can turn this on, but you will need to restart Minecraft. Minecraft is pretty low on the polygon count, so this will not do as much as you might think. I usually leave it off, but if you prefer you can turn it on and see what it looks like, but the difference is minimal. Oh, by the way, I was going to show you what I'm running at, so I'll set this to 2. Random mobs on, better snow on. Okay, and then performance, smooth FPS, I leave this off because turning it on decreases your frame rate a little bit, and everything above 60 is already smooth in my opinion, so this doesn't do much for me. Load far, I always leave this off because I don't use it to switch between render distances. I set it and then it's done. Basically all these settings I just leave to the default values you see here, because for me with my settings I didn't notice any benefit from them. Okay, so the last one, other, weather on, full screen on, and then full screen mode. No, sorry. Okay, so here you see the resolution of my desktop, but since I record videos for YouTube I decided to play Minecraft in the lower resolution that YouTube has as a standard. This is also the full HD resolution, 1920 by 1080. This is basically what you get on most televisions nowadays. So I run Minecraft in this resolution, and then when I record I don't have to scale the video, I can just upload it as it is. So that's the last of the settings. Now let's go back into the game. Alright, here you go. Loading the world. We should see a little bit further now, and as you can see the grass is green on the sides. That's part of what the connected textures do. I think it looks a little bit awkward. I said I was running with the settings I normally use. Don't know why I enabled this, but well, if you like it you can just turn it on. If you don't like it you can turn it off. And as you can see there's a bit of flickering here. That's probably because I downloaded Java again and I updated my graphics card drivers a while ago. So I probably need to set the threaded optimization off for Java w.exe. You can see it in my Optifine flicker fix video. I'll post a link in the description below. Yeah, let's get into what we're seeing here. As you can see the view distance is quite a bit further. I know there's an island on the other side. Not sure if you can see it. Well, we can see the jungle biome over there, which we didn't see before. And if you notice, everything looks a bit, well, a bit smoother. The textures are being smoothed, especially when they're farther away. Obviously when you stand right in front of them everything is still very blocky, but there are some gradients in the coloring. Not sure how much of a difference it makes, but it's there if you want it. Yeah, that's the island on the other side, which we couldn't see before. And as you can see, it takes quite a while for all the chunks to load, even with the multi-core chunk loading enabled. So you may want to keep that in mind. If you do select the extreme view distance, all this time your computer will be busy just loading chunks, and while chunks are loading your frame rate may be a little bit lower. So if it takes a while to load all the chunks and your frame rate isn't all that good, then I suggest lowering your view distance, but that's just an advice. Okay, well that's it for now. I showed you two ways to configure Optifine, the light version and the ultra version. There are a lot of settings you can play around with to make it either look better or run faster. I hope this was useful for you. Please rate, comment, subscribe, you know what to do, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you all for watching.